Put
Hey, man.
your eyes back in your head.
Popped out like flavor
Let me
Flav.
do.
Pry their eyes open and force them to see the truth. We will skin the sheep and sacrifice the weak. The unholy alliance has arrived.
Well, everyone, we're just waiting on Mad Mike. I decided to jump on and say hello to everybody. How are you? Who's in the chat? Xavier, how you doing? Carl Thomas, how you doing? What's going on? What's going on? Let's see what he got going on here. Hmm. What's everybody doing on the afternoon, Wednesday, hump day? How you guys doing? Where is Mike? Says as long as Penix the quarterback, we doing good. I don't like the head coach, but it is what it is for right now. Okay, I'm trying to catch in what he was talking about. So thank you for that. I mean, we may not like the head coach. He definitely Raheem wasn't my first choice, but it's the cards we're dealt with, so we have to roll with the punches. That's how I look at it. Um, this year coming up, he has to show himself. I mean, I know the Falcons are used to holding on to coaches, but you felt the defense was the issue, so you got rid of the coordinator and linebacker coach, etc. They said that he took over a little bit of the defense towards the end of the season, like the last 6 games or so, and it did improve, but it was a little too late at that point. So situational coaching, making better decisions moving into the new season with that quarterback, being able to practice with the first team. And we don't know what's going to happen with our backup. We don't know if Kirk is going to be with us or not, but it is what it is at this point. What's up? I guess he's having some real technical issues. I don't know if he'll be able to come back in or not. I only have about 10 minutes until I have a meeting. So I'm just like, what's happening? I see you guys are just waiting. Mm-hmm. But what y'all think about the DC prospects that who you're looking at? You're on your way? Okay. And I just looked, I was like, well, maybe somebody need to stick in. Yeah, the DC interviews that we've already conducted, and DC Wink is definitely what these boys need. If he does nothing else, he'll implement toughness, accountability, and aggression on this defense. I see a lot of, and yeah, I looked at his pedigree and I was like, okay. I mean, I'm liking it. I'm just excited to see who else they're going to be targeting, but hopefully this is going to make or break us at this point, because if they're going to be heavy on defense, we got to get just a beast at it out there, and then we'll probably go into the draft pretty heavy. I'm saying first pick of the draft will be defense, and further down, or maybe we move back and get some more picks or what have you. But yeah, I'm excited to see what's going to happen, and free agency and everything else. So I just need them to make that decision quickly, because we don't want nobody to get our guy. Like, we need a desperate need for a defensive, and we don't need to be looking at somebody that has to prove themselves or haven't done it before. Do you think we need? What's up, Pam? What's up, Pam? How you doing? I'm Mad Mike today, I guess. Let me see how much minutes I got here. I don't want to get too deep in my conversation, because I have a meeting in 9 minutes, actually. I'm still working. What's good, Georgia, Texas boy? Yes, I think we need one. We got a lot of positions that we need to fill. I think so far they're interested in coaches that have proven success on defense. And yes. And I think they made that mistake because it was just like, the home team, this, that's my homeboy. We work together over here, and Oh, you said Tori said the same thing in her podcast. Awesome. So I actually want to have her on our show sooner or later. I'm going to probably invite her back. But I got some news that somebody's hitting me back. We might have a special guest soon. I'm excited. But yes, we have to have somebody that already has a proven record. And I think Winks would be that guy. But I got to go back into my archive. I had some other names listed, but I can't jump off of here and get that information. But there was some other prospects kind of floating around that can fit the Falcons defense. So we're just waiting on Mike. Pam, how you doing today? Are you at work? Xavier. What's good? Yeah. Thank you for tuning in. Technical difficulties, like you said. Smith from the Rams is someone the Falcons can look at. I'm not sure if he worked with Morris in LA or not. Just another name to consider. Okay. And I wish I had my little notepad. I have a notepad of some potential people. I want to go into that media. I think they had a picture of what D-Led had set up there, and some of that was kind of ridiculous. Where was it? I don't see it. It must be under the therapist tag or whatever, because it was like a ridiculous list. I was like, who in the hell? I think that's Mike now. You coming in, man? Are we good? Hope all is well. Oh, I'm great. I'm great. Yeah, I'm at work too. I just kind of seen a need to jump on real quick before my work meeting. I'm in meetings all day, but I think he's still trying to get it together.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much. You see, what would I do without Miss Maggie T? All right.
Yeah, no, pay me. Let's go ahead and do that. I rambled a minute because I didn't know where you was leaving off. I just kind of seen a chat saying where you at, and I was like, uh-oh.
Yeah, browsers like to decide that they want to update in the middle of you doing a live show.
Oh, yeah.
Kick me out completely. So I appreciate everybody for their patience, and thank you, Miss Margaret T. I got you.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and jump off of here. Everybody, love you. See you guys next Tuesday. But go ahead and listen to him talk. And if you need me again, hit me up.
Yes.
Bye.
All right. Good gracious alive. So since the script a little bit has been deterred just a little bit, I'll just go with the flow. And right now it's the Falcons Q&A session, the ASKMADMIKE Q&A session. I'll get to the rest in towards the end of the show, since the technical difficulties kind of forced me to do so. So again, this is where it's at, people. So let's get these questions, man. Falcons questions. Right now, doesn't have to be Falcons question. You can throw anything in there. And I got a few news things as far as wrestling is concerned, and like I said, I'll do that at the end of the show. So everybody, again, this is Mad Takes, man. This is the wrestling portion of our live shows. We're gonna do quite a few things. Like I said, it doesn't have to be Falcons related. It doesn't have to be NFL related. It could be anything, across the world that you guys want to talk about. So again, man, if you got some questions, let it hang. Let the questions hang. Let the brain flow, rubble to and flow. Can I tie him in a knot? Can I tie him in a bow? Yeah, I said that, y'all. So, all right. So, Wyatt Carlson, I appreciate you, man, if you're still there. Wyatt, Auntie Pam, how you doing, lady? Strapped up, what's going on? Xavier, how you doing? Jaden, what's going on, pimp? John, what's going on, John? Oh, good gosh. So Wyatt has this Smith from the Rams is someone the Falcons can look at. I'm not sure if he's worked with Morris in LA or not. Just another name to consider. Don't know much about him as of now. Gotta do my research on him, to be honest. But if you're referring to the defensive coordinator position, honestly, I would not. I wouldn't want anybody from the Rams, just to be honest. That's an offensive team, and quite frankly, what would they be able to help us with, to be honest? They don't have a dominant defensive line, although they have one of my guys in the draft that I thought that we could have. I thought he was one of the guys that I thought he was one of the guys in the draft that the Falcons should really pay close attention to. And if you know anything about me, if you would have seen his tape and a lot of my videos from earlier, as far as the draft is concerned, I thought this guy coming out of college was absolutely amazing. And who is this guy? Who am I talking about, y'all? Let me see if anybody paid attention to it. Just want to see if y'all paid attention to it. Well, since somebody ain't putting on, I'm gonna just go ahead and say it. There you go, dear Turk. No, ain't no Braden Fisk. Hell no. I don't like the man that sounds like a porn fetish. Fisk. Nah, I'm good on that. But Jared Verse is the guy that I thought, looking into that, I thought he was one of those guys coming into the draft that I thought he was poised to be a star, to be honest. I'm gonna say star. I don't want to take it that far, but I thought he would be a very good player. I love what I've seen from Jared Verse so far. But outside of Jared Verse, I mean, Byron Young, Brandon Fisk, I mean, he's okay. I'm not like I'm all into being able to show things on a consistent basis, and right now hasn't been too consistent as far as that is concerned. Jared Verse is but I love what I've seen from Jared Verse just so far this year as a young as a rookie. You look at what he has done on the season. 4.5 sacks, forced fumble in his first year out of Florida State. Definitely like what I've seen from him so far. And from a young guy to have, nearly 5 sacks, 4.5. Look, at the end of the day, I hate that and a half crap. Just give everybody a damn sack. I really hate that half a sack crap, but it is what it is. 5 sacks on the year, a rookie. I thought he played well, to be honest. But outside of that, it's not many people on that defense that I'm going to look at and say, all right, I don't really think they have a strong defensive unit. I don't think they have a strong secondary, linebacker, or defensive line. They are who they, and like I said, that offense make that team move. So if they can't offer me much with the Atlanta Falcons as far as their coaching is concerned, like what's the point of even bringing in any of their coaches? I want somebody with success and someone who's been there. And most of those guys on that defensive unit hasn't been there. A lot of them haven't. So I'm not impressed by the Rams and what they've done so far. Wayne will bring an attitude to this team. Yeah, he would. One of the things when I look at this Atlanta Falcons team and the coaching is that a lot of people like to pay, close attention to the offense, having a guy like Shanahan and Dan Quinn, Raheem Morris. Those are three guys on that staff that really, if you look at why the Falcons were who they were as a team and they got to the Super Bowl, we can sit up here and talk about scheme all we want to, but there's three guys on that team that were complete assholes. All right, three guys on that team that were complete assholes, and buckle up, Chauncey. You're not gonna like what I say about this. Complete assholes. Three guys on that team that was complete assholes. And one of the reasons why it's like I'm just not a fan of Raheem, good guy. It's a lot of arrogance there that you need to be a successful head coach. Arrogance is a part of being a success. You gotta be arrogant. You gotta be, egotistical to a certain extent. So when you look at this Atlanta Falcon team, man, there were three guys. First guy, Kyle Shanahan. Kyle Shanahan is a complete jackass. Okay? Make no mistake about it. He's a complete jackass. He's a guy that, to be honest, you do not want. I mean, you want him, but as soon as you cross him, like, he's just going to be a jackass. He's going to do things on purpose. He's even going to, sabotage himself. He's a complete dumb jackass. But that's what you want in football. That's what you need in football when you got a bunch of guys offensively, especially with these punk ass wide receivers and punk ass fucking mostly these punk ass wide receivers as Deontay Johnson is going out of his way to cry like a bitch. Motherfucker act like he fucking Super Mario Brothers or some shit, up here jumping from team to team, and like he got them Terrell Owens or Jerry Rice. The fuck you mad about? You Deontay Johnson, motherfucker. Like, you barely in the goddamn league up here, goddamn mad because you not getting targets. Man, shut the fuck up and block. Some people just need to shut the fuck up and block. And Deontay Johnson is one of those guys that need to shut the fuck up and block. And excuse my language this morning. I've just been sipping a little bit of coffee and this dang on this technical issue and kind of got me a little irritated. So forgive me, all right? But the hell with Deontay Johnson and people like that. So you need guys like Kyle Shanahan on your offense, and just got to be honest, you need a Kyle Shanahan on your team because we got jackasses like that. We got jackasses like Brandon Ayuk who think that they worth $30 million a fucking year. Man, you don't shut the fuck up and be the third wide receiver. You don't shut the hell up and be a goddamn fourth receiver and catch a goddamn punt and tackle on special teams. Man, shut up. This is why you need these guys like Kyle Shanahan. And this is why Kyle Shanahan is a head coach. And this is one of the main reasons why he's been there in San Francisco for quite some time, because he is a jackass. And then when it comes down to dealing with players that feel that they are better than who they think they are, you need a Kyle Shanahan to say, you know what, this is my team. Bye. So Kyle Shanahan is one of the main reasons why you look at the Atlanta Falcons team, why we went to the Super Bowl, is because of his attitude, his mentality. He was a complete jackass, and you're going to do things his way. So that's one. Two, a guy that I thought was incredibly important to this Atlanta Falcons team and coaching staff, and he ended up getting, let's just keep it. Look, he wasn't a company guy at all. And we're talking about a guy in Brian Cox. Brian Cox was an absolute jackass, okay? Everybody know all his scenes and what he's done as a player and as a coach, and he's had success. He's shown that he can develop players, but his attitude and his mentality is one of the main reasons why he's out of the league, is because they don't like guys who have an edge. And Brian Cox was one of the main reasons and the main part of that Falcons defense that helped guys like Vic Beasley, helped guys like Rashid Hageman. Like these guys, he just brings, he knows how to fire guys up. He knows how to get in guys' face. He knows how to get in these defensive guys' face. That's what you need. You know what I'm saying? You need these jackasses. And to be honest, it's like this is exactly what's wrong with the Atlanta Falcons right now. All right. And the third one is Terry Trubisky. Everybody knows Terry Trubisky. Terry Trubisky is a jackass. He's one of the most smart. Look, everywhere Terry Trubisky goes, he has success. Developing either special teams or wide receivers. That's what he does. He's had success. If you go back and look at the mic'd up videos, you see Terry Trubisky. Just go see it. That dude is a jackass. You see how he talked to Roddy? You see how he talked to Julio? You see how he talked to these guys? Terry Trubisky was a complete jackass. This is what these guys need. We got too many punk. I'm not very good at holding back about what I feel. We got too many punk pussified coaches out here that cares about what these players think. Fuck these players. You're already making over $5 million a damn year. If you're making, especially in these days, you making anything over $200,000, $150,000, you ain't hurting for shit. So shut the fuck up complaining about money. Know what I'm saying? So it's like when you got these players going out of their way and complaining and doing this, like, look, Deontay Johnson, motherfucker, look, that dude to be on the bottom of every goddamn team's wide receiver staff up here whining and crying like he goddamn superhuman or something. You probably can't even wash your own nutsacks up here talking about some goddamn I'm mad, I'm not getting targeted. Man, shut up and sit your ass on the bench. Like you don't went to the Ravens. Both of these teams are in the playoffs. You went to the Ravens, complained, got your ass out of there. You went to the damn Texans, complained, got your ass up out of there. Cause you ain't getting passes. How about you just shut up and block? And wait for the ball to get to you. Stop fucking crying. So when I'm talking about this and what the Atlanta Falcons need, they need guys like Kyle Shanahan. They need a Brian Cox. They need a Terry Trubisky. And we haven't had that because we got these punk ass coaches that care too much about what players think, what the media think. Now, we have that with Arthur Smith? He was that to an extent, but he cared too much about what the media thought. Arthur Smith was a tough guy to an extent. He cared too much about what the media thought about him. When he started caring about what the media thought, getting caught up in, oh, you didn't play this guy, you don't play that guy. That's when all the mistakes start. So I'm saying all that to say this is bring Wink home. If you don't know anything about Wink Martindale, this dude is attitude. All right? If you need an attitude adjustment, Wink is your guy. No John Cena. If you need an attitude adjustment, Wink is your guy. One of the aspects, if you guys check out me on Instagram as well as Facebook at Michael Anthony Linson, Linson. Check me out on there. I have a lot of updates. I put a lot of updates, Falcons updates around NFL. Check me out on Facebook. Find me on Facebook. Find me on Instagram at Mad Mike Sports. And I put up a video of John Abraham. Again, check me out on Facebook. I put up videos on Facebook as well. I cut up a lot of our takes from our interviews and whatnot, and also because there's some things on YouTube that YouTube won't allow us to put without being reprimanded. So I put it on Instagram and I put it on Facebook. So find me there. And we're talking about John Abraham when he was talking about in our interview that we did with him. I cut that up when he was talking about the Atlanta Falcons linebacker crew. And one of the things that he stated is that that the Atlanta Falcons linebacker, the discipline, the confidence, all of that. These guys are unsure. These guys are back on their heels. One of the things that I saw in the linebackers is that their linebackers, their gap integrity, their gap discipline was absolutely atrocious. I'm talking about atrocious. These guys were bad. Okay, the gap discipline for the Atlanta Falcons was one of the main reasons why the Atlanta Falcons struggled at stopping the run. Okay, that was one of the main reasons. It wasn't because these guys are bad. These guys are terrible. Nate Landman had a damn good year previously. Nate Landman is a pretty good freaking linebacker. I think we all know Caden Ellis is a pretty good linebacker. I think we all know that when he's healthy, Troy Anderson is a pretty good linebacker when these guys. But the gap discipline with these guys was a major concern. So when you bring in a guy like Wink Martindale, you look at what he's done with Denver. You see what he's done with the Ravens, the Giants, Michigan. Everywhere this guy goes, he creates great linebacker and front seven. These guys focus on stopping the run, and especially today is it's underappreciated aspect of the game because everybody in the freaking league, all they want to do is defend the pass and pass the ball. So there's a lost art when it comes down to linebacking play and being able to have gap discipline. Some of the best linebackers and even the position of linebacker is no longer the way it is because these defensive coordinators are preaching pass coverage. They don't care about gap discipline and being able to be a hard-nosed linebacker anymore. So when you look at Wink Martindale, the gap discipline for the Atlanta Falcons was a major issue. And I see a lot of comments in here, and I totally disagree with a lot of them. I didn't see a lot of issues as far as coverage is concerned. It was like, oh, Mike, why are you saying that? Well, I didn't see a lot of issues with coverage. A lot of these guys were in the right spot. Caden Ellis was in the right spot. Nate Landman was in the right spot. Troy Anderson was in the right spot. All these guys were in the right spot. They knew where they needed to be. Oh, Mike, you tripping. No, these guys were in the right spot. They were exactly where they were supposed to be. But when you run a 4.5, 4.6, 4.7, what the hell good does that make? What good is being in the right spot. If you're running a 4.6, 4.7, 4.8, 4.9, 5, we got big fat ass Matthew Judon trying to chase after a guy who runs a 4.4, 4.3, running back out of the backfield. Caden Ellis isn't a guy that's great in coverage as far as his athleticism. A lot of the Falcons' issues at the linebacker position had nothing to do with whether or not these guys were good at their position. I'm going to get to that, James. I like to say, everybody leave those questions in there also. Don't forget the questions. But a lot of Falcons' issue with their linebackers were the fact that they did not know where they needed to be. Like a lot of these guys just had no business covering a damn wide receiver and a running back out of the backfield. So guys like Wink Martindale, Dean P, they not gonna leave no damn Matthew Judon on a running back. They would never put these guys in that position to look like they bombs. So it's not struggling if you weren't good at it to begin with. That's not struggling. That's your coach keep putting you in the position to look like a damn fool. Like if you see me out at the Falcon game with a damn dress on, you be looking like, what the fuck is wrong with Mike? Right? Like, Mike, dude, why you got a dress on? Y'all be looking at me just like that. If you saw Coach with some lipstick on, what would you say? Coach, why the hell Coach Gunchain got some damn lipstick on? You don't have this on it. You don't have lipstick on the show. If Miss Maggie T decided to get bald head and decide shave her whole damn head, what the hell you be thinking? What in the hell is wrong with Maggie? Why the hell you shave all your damn hair? This is essentially what the Atlanta Falcons coaching staff are doing. With a guy like Caden Ellis, he got no business in coverage. The Falcons decide to put a damn sundress on Caden Ellis and say, all right, go be great. Ain't nobody gonna say nothing about you. The Falcons decided they want to say, you know what, Matthew Judon, you about 6'5", 6'4", 6'5", 270, 280 pounds. I need you to race. I need you to go be. I need you. What they decided to do with Matthew Judon, they say, all right, go do what Simone Biles just did in the Olympics. You know what? You 6'5", 280 pounds. Put that that leotard on and say, all right, I need you to go run, hit about 20 flips in the air. Go do that. Go do that, Matthew Judon. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of these issues when it comes down to the Atlanta Falcons defense, it's like, what the hell are you doing? Why is Judon in coverage? The fuck he doing? You 280 pounds with a fucking leotard on. This is what the Falcons are doing with their players, and you wondering why the defense struggling. They don't do that with they do not do that with AJ Terrell. They put AJ Terrell on that best player. And this is exactly what John Abraham said. This Atlanta Falcons team Falcons should be doing more stunts with Grady and Matthew Judon. And instead of doing that, they say, all right, Judon, go be Simone Biles. I need you to hit by 15,000 flips. Come on, bro. The fuck we doing? and you expect these guys to be successful. This is exactly what a lot of these coaches, this is what get them fired. This is exactly what get these guys fired. I'll never forget Ellison coverage on Justin Jefferson. Bro, he was on Justin Jefferson. This man was on DK Metcalf. I know you guys remember that. Like, bro, what are we doing? And you wonder why this team is struggling? You wonder why this team is struggling? It's because of that. Wink is indeed a safety guy. Wink is one of those guys who you're talking about. He's an experienced guy. He's been in the league for quite some time. I know we got some other questions about Wink and whether or not him being 70 years old, should the Falcons be concerned about him retiring? I don't think so. But the thing with Wink, you're bringing him for 1, 2, maybe 3 years. He's 70 years old. It's not like he's going to be the head guy. You need a healthy dose of experience and youth. And having Raheem as the head coach, and then you got a guy like Wink Martindale, well, it takes a lot of responsibility from a guy like Raheem Morris, and it forces him to focus on one aspect of the game, and that's coaching. We need him to be worried about the timeouts. We need him to be worried about the flow of the game. We need Raheem to be worried about, all right, who's going to be in this package, in that package. The halftime adjustments, the in-game adjustments. So having a guy like Wink Martindale, like I said, it takes a lot of responsibility away from Raheem Morris, where he can just focus on being a coach. And in this particular instance, he can focus on just helping Zach Robinson now as a young offensive coordinator. So all he got to do is just be a head coach, look over the offense, and let Wink do his thing on defense. That's easy. It's, like I said, I made this comparison the other night about the AFN. It's like, look, at this point, AFN is its own. Like, I've done pretty much everything that me and K-Style have done everything that we've known to do to make sure that Atlanta Falcons Nation, exactly where he is. So, when it comes down to it, it's the Maggie T show. It's the Lady Birds of AFN. It's the regulators. Like, shit, I ain't got to do shit. We show up and goddamn smile and just make sure everything continues to run smoothly. I don't have to put together shows. I don't have to do any of that. Them dudes, look, everybody on there do a wonderful job. They do a wonderful job. And my boy Ty came back last night. It's so good to see Ty back, man. So if you guys didn't see Ty's show last night, it did a wonderful job, man. Like I said, love Ty to death, man. That boy been going through a hell of a lot. So y'all send some love about Ty. But like I said, we ain't got to do shit no more. Like, I don't have to worry about AFN because they do a wonderful job of making sure AFN runs smoothly. You know what I'm saying? So that's what having a guy like Wink Martindale he's gonna do. He's just gonna allow everybody else to do their damn job. I ain't gotta babysit nobody. It's like I say, as far as Wink, his strength is concerned, it's all, look, Wink is the ultimate defensive coordinator that can get you pressure, that can develop linebackers, safeties, defensive linemen, all that. That's what he does. He's been in the league for quite some time. And he's in your face. Falcon the edge cornerback and cover some linebacker side to side and a hard hit safety. Falcons are good at safety, man. Falcons have Jesse Bates. The Falcons have DeMarco Hillman, who's a hard hitter. So they don't really have to do too much on that. I think at some point you'll see DeMarco Hillman's at safety, strong safety, and they would move Jesse Bates full time at free safety, and those guys are kind of switch back and forth during the course of the game. So I think they have a guy in DeMarco Helms. They could quite possibly decide to bring Justin Simmons back. He's not gonna. I think he's comfortable being with the Atlanta Falcons, and the Falcons are comfortable bringing him back. In my opinion, obviously for a reasonable price. But like the Falcons are good now. A cornerback, I think the Falcons really have a guy in not only Mike Hughes. I love what I've seen from Mike Hughes this year, but Clark Phillips is another one of those guys. And despite what a lot of people may think, I do believe that D. Offer did a wonderful job as our nickel corner. Like to be honest, every quarterback in the league is going to go at that third and fourth corner. So despite what a lot of people think, I would bring back D. Alford. He's an excellent depth piece. A lot of people always think, having guys on the team, these guys gotta be, stars. Like at the end of the day, you got to be good at specific art. And what we ask D. Alford to do is not to shut guys down or get interceptions. Look, we just need you to be able to get tackles, the tackle when they need to, be in the right position when we need you to, and that's it. Don't get penalized. And for the most part, that's what he does. I'm not looking for D. Alford to be a superstar. I'm not even looking for him to be great. I'm not even looking for him to be good. Just do your job. That's tackle. If we need you on special teams, be on special teams. He's an excellent depth piece, so I'm bringing him back. Zay, what's going on, boy? So, okay, 61. Yeah, so I'm good at guys with experience. Like, look, Wink is not he's not so old where he forgot football and he's gonna retire tomorrow. Like, I don't think you look at Wink and say he can't get a job, but he's only gonna be here such and such. But Wink is one of those guys in the NFL. He's so good at his job. Like, everybody's going to want a piece of him. College, NFL, and you see it. That's what he does. He's so good at what he does. Everybody wants a piece of Wink. I don't do the draft this early. We're gonna do it. Just stay tuned for Coach Unchained, okay? We're gonna do some shows with Coach. We're putting together all of that. But we're gonna wait till after the playoffs to kind of get started with the draft. But Coach heads the draft department for AFN. Whenever Coach decides he's ready, that's when we'll go. So y'all gotta head over to Coach Unchained. He is the head of the draft. Okay. MTKs is not the head of the draft. K-Style is not the head of the draft. Coach Unchained is the head of the draft. So we go when he say. So when Coach is ready, that's why y'all got to hit that subscribe button over there. Coach is ahead of it. We follow him. All right, that's my teacher. That's my mentor. That's my OG. I report to him when it comes down to this draft stuff. So head over to Coach Unchained. When he says he's ready, he's ready. So again, Coach Unchained. All right, Coach Unchained. But there's a lot of guys in this draft as far as quarterbacks concerned. I don't see shit. All these quarterbacks can kiss my ass, to be honest. I don't see a damn thing in this draft. I see a bunch of bums. Just gonna be real. I see guys that you can probably turn into something, but I don't see anything special. I don't see another Bo Nix in this draft. I don't see any of that. Everybody like Cam is one of those guys, but like, I don't. So again, Coach Unchained, you can see him on Saturdays. Coach Unchained, AFN. But yeah, Coach runs the draft department, and so if y'all got any questions about any one of these prospects, I can promise you, Coach already knows. Like, if you coaching Buffalo, who is your main concern stopping Lamar Jackson? Man, ain't nobody thinking about no damn Lamar Jackson. Like, look, if they're not running the ball, like they didn't have Derrick Henry last year, and guess what the recipe was in that last year. Let's go back to last year with the Ravens when they played the Kansas City Chiefs. Anybody remember that? Anybody remember that with the Kansas City Chiefs when they played the Ravens? What was their game plan when it came down to playing the Baltimore Ravens? Because it's quite simple, to be honest. It hasn't changed. It hasn't changed one bit. The Baltimore Ravens have a formula when it comes down to how they win games. And that formula still hasn't changed to this day, to this very moment. Because everybody's so focused on, Lamar. Look, Lamar ain't proved nothing. Lamar's done nothing great this year outside of not making turnovers. He's done nothing great this year. That right there. You force Lamar to throw the ball. The dude was 16 to 22 with 175 yards passing. What that sound like? Let's keep this 100% real. What did that sound like? 16 to 22, 175 yards. Keep it real. I don't need nobody to get on their knees and oil their thighs up for Lamar. I need people to keep it real. 16 to 22. If this was your quarterback, what would your thoughts be when you saw those numbers? Keep it freaking real. I don't want nobody to sit up here and talk about, oh, he did this and he didn't do. Keep it real. When you see 16 of 22, 175 yards from your quarterback, I don't want you to put a name on it. I want you to take the name off and look at the stat. Devon says, sounds like a game manager to me. Georgia Texas boy says, Desmond Ridder numbers. And I appreciate you guys for being honest. Like, a lot of people like to put a name over those numbers. We like to talk about the truth of the matter. We like to break it down. We like to break it down and be honest and have an honest conversation. Because a lot of people are so much of a fan of a particular guy. And shout out to Trey Young with that goddamn 44, that 43 last night. God damn it, Trey. Speaking of numbers, I just had to throw that in there. But we get so caught up of the guy, we don't even look at the numbers and say, all right, the numbers is so mid. Ain't nobody trying to come to no damn spend no $300-400 and $500 $500 to come to a Falcons game to come to a Baltimore Ravens game to see Lamar go 16 to 22 for 175 yards? Man, who trying to spend that much money to do that? Oh no, Mills. I'm gonna get it. Don't get ahead of yourself. We talking about this number. We trying to talk about the numbers, okay? I'm getting to that. But when you look at that number, that ain't nothing special. Ain't nothing special about what that man doing. And every year he's in the MVP conversation, being a 16 to 22 for 175 yards every game. But they win a lot of games, and he runs for a lot of yards. And Miller said you have to look at what Henry did last week and take things. No, that's not true at all. I don't have to take anything and look at everybody else. If I'm paying my quarterback $230 million and this motherfucker throwing for 175 yards, look, I want my motherfucking money back. I pay you $50 million a year for you to throw for 175 yards. Look, motherfucker, look, I want my money back. Because if Derrick Henry rushing for damn near 2,000 yards, what the fuck? I'm paying my quarterback $150 million, $230 million, excuse me, $230 million for it. If my running back got better numbers than my damn quarterback. What Derrick Henry is putting up is elite running back position numbers. What Lamar is putting together is mediocre, average quarterback numbers. So who is more valuable if we being honest? Because you want me to say on one hand, Millie, that Lamar is only doing what he's supposed to do. So if he's doing what he's supposed to do is being average and be a game manager, and the running back that is doing exceeding expectations as far as that position is concerned, then who's really most valuable? Oh, we want to talk about that? So the fact of the matter is, if they didn't have the running game, they didn't have that offensive line, how good is Lamar really? That's $200 million for Desmond Ridder numbers. Check the ball down to tight ends. This is exactly what the Raiders are doing. They giving the ball to their tight end, but the only difference between the Ravens and the Raiders is that they can't run the damn ball. The Raiders, if they ran the ball, the Raiders would be the Ravens. It's the same offense. All they do is check the ball down to their tight end, get it to their tight end. So this isn't anything brilliant. He ain't doing nothing great. If we being real and we being honest, and again, the difference between the Ravens and the Raiders is that the Raiders don't have the offensive line. The Raiders don't have a Derrick Henry. So this is about being honest, man. And a lot of people don't want to be honest because we're fans of guys. Because Lamar Jackson won us a lot of money, and I mean a lot of money in his fantasy football, prize picks, DraftKings. He won everybody a lot of money. That's why a lot of people were. I heard somebody won like $1,200 from Lamar Jackson rushing the ball for 100 yards. Yeah, you heard what I said. They won $1,200, and this is the real reason why people love Lamar. Derrick Henry is the best thing to happen to Lamar. No disrespect to him. But Derrick Henry has been a blessing to him. That man had 187 yards, and the thing that everybody talking about, oh, Lamar Jackson, the MVP. No, Derrick Henry is the most valuable player on that team. Derrick Henry seen one deep playoff run. Good luck with that. Jalen Hurts been better than Lamar. Woo. He said, I'm paying all that money to hand the ball off to Derrick Henry 30 times a game. The fuck am I paying $150 million? I'm paying $50 million for a quarterback to run around and hand the ball to the running back. Man, please. Oh, you stopping Derrick Henry? How do you feel as a defensive coordinator if Lamar plays quarterback this week? Let's say 275 yards, 80 yards rushing. Man, tell me what are you getting at? Because I don't know where you're getting at. Yeah, tell me where you're getting at, because if I'm stopping Derrick Henry, I mean the key to every game is to run the ball, stop the run, and the quarterback to make plays when it's necessary. Did you see the second half of that game? When they needed Lamar to make a play, he didn't make a play. Derrick Henry made the plays. And this is why I always say you don't pay quarterbacks $40, $50 million to throw 275 yards. Because we've seen quarterbacks in the NFL throw for 4,000 yards before. We've seen Taylor Heineke damn near do it. We've seen quite a few players in the league. I mean, Desmond Ridder almost did it. So it's not a badge of honor when quarterbacks throw for 275 yards. The big time quarterbacks make their money in the playoffs in key moments when you need these guys to step up and get the job done. It's not the numbers that you focus on with quarterbacks. It's those key moments. It's the Tom Brady moments. It's the Drew Brees moments when you need these guys to make that one key throw in the fourth quarter to get the job done. That Matt Ryan, the Julio on the sideline catches to make that one throw. That damn near impossible throw that Matt Ryan made on the run to Julio Jones. Julio Jones toe tap on the sideline, keep the ball in his hand. Those are the moments that you pay $50 million for these quarterbacks. And to this point, we've done nothing. Lamar's done nothing. He has not had one defining moment in his entire career as a quarterback to justify $40, $50 million. $50 million. He has not had one defining moment. This is why I'm paying my quarterback $50 million. This is exactly why I said in the very beginning when we went out, before we even got Kirk Cousins, it was speculated that Kirk Cousins would be available. And I said, no, I'm not paying Kirk Cousins $40, $50 million to be a quarterback, our quarterback. Why? Because he hasn't had his defining moment. Has he been a consistent quarterback and putting up numbers? Of course. But when you need your quarterback to have that one defining moment that defines his entire career and he consistently puts up those numbers, he consistently put up those numbers in those moments when you need to win that one playoff game. The running game sucks, the defense sucks. I need my quarterback to say, look, we're not going to lose. I'm going to make that play. I'm going to do whatever I need to do to get in that fucking end zone like Matt Ryan did against Green Bay, scrambling, scoring that touchdown in the end zone. You know what I'm saying? Like, those are the moments that I need my quarterback to deliver. I need to be able to do what a Patrick Mahomes did as a fucking rookie. Put up fucking 50 touchdowns in a fucking year. be the main reasons why this team in playoffs, in the Super Bowl, that one defining moment, drive to get in field goal position, to score a touchdown. I've seen this from Patrick Mahomes. I've seen this from Drew Brees. I've seen this from Tom Brady. I've seen this from Matt Ryan. I've seen this with Eli Manning. I've seen this with Joe Montana. I've seen this with a lot of quarterbacks. But when you talk about Lamar Jackson, it hasn't been one fucking moment. So, yeah, you're right, Millie, as far as like, you're going to stop Derrick Henry first, but you do have to do these things. Lamar, if he puts up his numbers, if he puts up 275, he gets credit for having a good game, but I don't care about having put up 275. I've seen him throw 365. I've seen him throw 368 yards in a game, and they team down. Not one moment. All they did was force him to keep throwing the ball because they stopped the run and still lost. I mean, you like I said, I'm worried about Derrick Henry before I even thinking about worrying about Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson can run for 155,000 yards in one game, all I care. As long as he don't score touchdowns, as long as he don't score touchdowns, I'm good. I'm stopping Derrick Henry first. Because Lamar hasn't shown me in certain situations that he can be a great quarterback. Mike Vick has had more of those defining moments. And that's the thing I'm saying. We just talking about defining moments. Everybody look at numbers and say numbers. This is why guys like Raheem say, stats are overrated because they can be. Like, stats mean a lot when you are in key situations. I can have my quarterback. I mean, for example, this is a perfect example. We saw it this year. Kirk Cousins threw for 500 yards, and we still was barely up, by 2 touchdowns. Like, we going back and forth with the Broncos. Not the Broncos, but the Bucks. We going back and forth with the Bucks. This man got 500 yards in the game, and we still going back and forth with him. I mean, Joe Burrow hasn't showed anything either outside of faith. I mean, that's true. He's been to a Super Bowl, though. He's been to a Super Bowl, and he's one of the main reasons why they went to a Super Bowl. He's made those key throws in certain situations, and he's failed also in a lot of situations. So I would say he's in that category as well. But at least he's been to a Super Bowl. It is a fact that he has not won big game, but this still doesn't nullify what he means to the Ravens organization. He won't be able to get the monkey off his back until he wins the big one. I mean, the thing is, he still wouldn't get any respect from me until he shows me as a quarterback that he can have those defining moments as a quarterback. Because all the Ravens have done, they've created a system where it works. They've created a system where they focus on the offensive line and their running game. Lamar Jackson is an extension, an exceptional extension of that particular style. And what has to get them over the hump is him in those Joe Flacco moments where they need him to make those big time throws and big time in those big time passes. I'm tired of seeing Lamar Jackson run around for 15 seconds and say, "Oh my God, he's a great quarterback." He done ran around for 15 seconds. Who the hell gonna chase a quarterback around for 15 seconds and then say, all right, he threw a bomb? Of course, motherfucker's tired. I need Lamar to be able to sit in that pocket and say, God damn it, I'm going to make this incredible throw at this moment. And like I said, a lot of times you see it's the same pass, it's the same plays over and over again. They run that same, they run two plays, they run two plays. They run a crossing route with that tight end over the middle, and they kind of switch it. A lot of times it's Mark Andrews running that crossing route over the middle, and then behind Mark Andrews, they run that dig route. That dig route was either Bateman, Zay Flowers, whomever, but it's the same play over and over again. And for me, this is one of the main reasons why I say this offense isn't helping Lamar be a better passer. They're essentially what Lamar has done, what they've done, they brought in the guy and the offensive coordinator. All he did was learn their plays, and he's learned how to run those plays perfectly and know how to mesh those plays together. That's the difference in play calling with. They run the same two plays. If you look at Baltimore Ravens offense, it's the same plays over and over and over again. And the reason why it's successful is because Lamar, he runs around and runs around and runs around. He extends the play. So do you think you're going to keep Kurt as a backup or get Russ? No, Kurt is not going to be no damn backup for $32 million. If anybody believe that, that's definitely not happening. Lamar represents the vanguard of the evolution of the running quarterback. When and if he wins the big one, it will further validate what is the style quarterback being able to play. I mean, they shut it down. That's the whole point, Millie. They do shut it down. They shut it down, but when you got a running back like Derrick Henry, the offense moves. So it's not Lamar that they're scared of. It's the running game that they're afraid of. And it's hard for fans. It's hard for a lot of people to understand that. When they're playing Lamar Jackson, they're not so much afraid of Lamar Jackson to being able to throw the ball or be a quarterback. They're trying to stop Derrick Henry first. Because if you look at a lot of their numbers, when they've been successful, and a lot of his success this year has been early in the season when people are trying to figure out how to stop this offense. So now that teams know what to do with them, it becomes a little bit easier. And a lot of his plays have come, a lot of his yards have come of him extending plays. It's not so much him being the quarterback, it's because he extend plays. And then you extend the plays, these defenders get tired, and guess what? Now you got to stop Derrick Henry. So a lot of defenses don't have a problem stopping Lamar as a quarterback. They got a problem stopping that team running the ball. And that's how the Ravens win a lot of games, is that they run the ball. They don't win a lot of games passing the ball. Most of their wins, if you look at a lot of their wins, they rush the ball for 200 plus yards in a game. So we're gonna get to this Deion Sanders topic, because a lot of people probably saying themselves too, like with Deion Sanders, do you gotta expect Deion to get to the whole get to the to take the job in Dallas? Me personally, if I'm Deion Sanders, I know this. I know a lot of people probably gonna, a lot of people not gonna like it. But if I'm Deion Sanders, man, the college game is not really for a lot of black coaches, to be honest. I'm just gonna be honest with y'all. A lot of people are gonna say the NFL is not for a lot of black coaches. College football is really not for black coaches. That's just my look. It's not for black coaches. I've seen NFL coaches and NFL players. I'm talking about legends. We got guys like to be honest, quite a few of them. That's quite a few coaches in the game that shouldn't even have a job. Lamar Jackson, old coach, former Falcons old coach. Y'all know who that is? This son of a gun had a job. Like, this guy got a job. Lane Kiffin, all these guys. They put up a whole bunch of numbers and keep recycling the same coaches over and over and over again. And these guys do nothing. Just put up a whole bunch of pretty offenses and they lose every year. Lincoln Riley. Ain't done a damn thing, but he keep getting job and millions just to put up shiny offenses. So if I'm Deion, man, I know he has an obligation for those kids, but this one a few times I'm like, fuck them kids. Because if I'm Deion, I'm going to the NFL. I can always come back. If it doesn't go the way that he thinks it is, it can go, or he's hoping it does in the NFL. Deion is Deion. You don't think goddamn Athletic U won't take a Deion in? You don't think Auburn would take a Deion in? You don't think LSU would take Deion? You don't think Georgia State would take Deion? You don't think Georgia Tech would take Deion? Man, please. Deion would be able to get another job anywhere. I mean, look what we've done this Colorado. Deion can come back. Deion can come back to the college game. So if I'm Deion Sanders and Jerry Jones calls me, man, fuck them kids. Fuck them goddamn kids. I'm being 100% real. Get me a $50 million check from Jerry Jones. I could go to the NFL and my brand in itself, because Deion is a brand. Man, fuck them goddamn kids. Shit. Let they hit the transfer portal and get $1 million. Shit, they'll shut the fuck up for $1 million. Fuck them goddamn kids. Deion take your ass to Dallas, because you know Jerry Jones gonna take. Look, if Jerry Jones offer you that job, take it. Bring your baby boy there and Shador. Trade Dak. Get a bunch of picks. and your name will live forever as one of the only players turned head coach in the college game, in the NFL game. Like that right there in itself, we talking about Deion and a brand. That brand will live forever. Man, fuck them goddamn kids at Colorado. I'm being real. There's not a lot. Look, he can win national championship, and I believe that he'll end up staying. But if I'm Prime, man, fuck them kids. Because a lot of people in the game that don't want him there anyway. That's why Bill went to North Carolina to get focused on Deion and set up for his son be a head coach at UNC, and that's fine. Even in the midst of college coaching carousel, Deion takes octane and viewership of the room and steals spot against college coaching ranks, and that right there, like. That's that. Like I said, that's one of the main reasons why I would go to the NFL. You know, Deion is, like I said, Deion can get shine anywhere. I mean, he Deion, man. Deion can get shine. So him getting shine and him being able to get another job, like he'll never struggle for that. And I know he probably gave those guys his word, but shit, fuck that. I just have a look. I'll give you a look. When I go to Dallas, I'll give y'all a couple mil. I'll give you a couple $100,000. You know, say I'm sorry. Who the hell won't take $100,000 to say you're sorry, man? Please. And this is one of those situations where Deion has always wanted to be obviously he wanted to be a coach, but this means more to the African American and minority community, Hispanics. Like we talking about minorities in this in the NFL, a lot of Asian American, a lot of Asian Hispanic guys, like they don't get opportunities like that. So if you get an opportunity as a minority in the NFL, you got to take it, especially a job like Dallas. You got to take that. Man, look, Prime gonna get his. Look, Prime is gonna get his. Prime is gonna get his if he go to Dallas. I'm not even worried about that. Cause one thing about Jerry Jones, he loves superstars. And I know he loved Deion Sanders. And that's what I'm talking about, Millie. It's like he probably waiting for a job opening anyway. If Arthur Blank offered Deion a head coaching job, man, hell yeah, he would. Like Deion went in as a Atlanta Falcon. Deion understand what his roots. One of the main reasons why Deion left is because, you know, those Smiths, they did not respect him. And that's one of the main reasons why he left is because they didn't respect him as and where things were going in the NFL. So if they offered him the job, if Atlanta offered him the job, of course. One thing you got to know about Arthur, he's a Christian guy. A lot of people don't know that about him, but that's how he moves, the way he moves. And a lot of people, he's definitely a faith-driven guy. Deion is a faith-driven guy. Raheem is a faith-driven guy. Bijan is a faith-driven guy. Most of the people that's on this, Grady Jarrett, faith-driven guy. All these guys are faith-giving drive. So it's like, absolutely, they do things off principle. So of course, Arthur, like Deion would take that in a heartbeat. Like Atlanta Falcons, like he been wanting to get that. Look, man. Look, they'll build him a goddamn gold-plated mansion in Atlanta if he became the head coach of the Falcons. Man, please. It'd be like the lost city of Atlantis in that motherfucker. That motherfucker had gold on the ceiling, diamonds on my neck, diamonds on my neck. That motherfucker had diamonds and rappers and strippers all over the damn place in Atlanta. Man, they be praising that man like Allah. Absolutely. So, like I said, man, as far as this is concerned, like Deion Sanders, man, if I'm him, fuck them kids, man. I'm like, look, at a lot of, for one, it's not even about that. It's like, if you're a player, you're an athlete in any sport, there comes a time, not even just an athlete, but there comes a time in life where you have a dream. And God is going to place it before you where you have to make a decision. He's going to place that choice. He's going to place that in your life where you have to make a decision, either to be loyal to your family or accomplish a dream. It's going to happen. And a lot of you probably know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about because you're probably dealing with this shit right now. Well, you have a dream that you want to accomplish something, and then you got a family that you got to take care of. It's either I got to stay here, take care of my family, and not accomplish my dream, while you're telling your kids and telling your nephew and telling your loved ones, you know, you can do anything. Anything is possible, all this shit. You telling them you need to accomplish your dream. Dream big. And then when that dream comes, you pass on it. Like, they're going to be looking at you like, your kids, the people that's around you, they're going to be looking at you like, hold on, motherfucker. Why are you telling me that I need to go out and accomplish my dreams? And then when that dream comes, you say, nah, I'm good on it. Like, that, like, for me, that's hypocritical. Deion can't go out here and tell Travis Hunter, these guys, and say, all right, go out here and accomplish your dream. And everybody know that Deion wants to be an NFL head coach. It's no secret that he wants to be an NFL head coach. It's no secret. He can't look at Travis Hunter and all these guys on his team and say, all right, you guys can do anything. And then pass up on his dream. Sometimes you got to leave them loved ones behind to accomplish your dream. And in my opinion, that's what I'm doing if I'm Deion. So like I said, it's all joke when I say fuck them kids, but like at the end of the day, that's his dream. Yeah, Colorado at the moment is where he is, and he's done a lot for Colorado. But like, let's keep it real. If Dallas came and they offer you $50, $100 million deal like they did John Gruden, like, why can't Deion get that same deal? I'm taking that $100 million quick if I'm Deion. Look, boy, look, if Deion came out and put that shit on a shirt, fuck them, F them kids, yeah, man, look. You know how many people, look, you know how many people buy that damn? Look, I'll be one of the main ones buying that mug. Hell with them kids. Like, give me, look, I am the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys. I'm the head coach of the Raiders. Man, screw them kids. So, like I said, at the end of the day, man, like you just got to be honest about things. So, with that portion, you guys don't have any more questions. Got a few little news tidbits in wrestling right now that I want to get into. That one, the Wyatt Sicks are being moved to SmackDown, and to be honest, I do love it. I love the fact that they are moving to SmackDown from Raw, because Raw, obviously, with Raw heading to Netflix. If you guys did not see that, Raw being moved to Netflix, and Netflix, they want all the major superstars over there, and right now the Wyatt Sicks is still one of those groups that are still in the they're still in development phase as far as like what they want to do with these guys, especially with Royal Rumble and WrestleMania coming up. They've been moved there, so the move with the Bloodline heading from a SmackDown to Raw. Yeah, they've just been forced to do a little thing. So like I said, I like it. I like where it's going so far with Braun Strowman. I think prayers out to Braun Strowman. He caught some sort of illness, and they saying he lost a lot of weight. I don't know how true it is because we haven't seen him. So shout out to Braun Strowman, man. Hope you feel better, big fella. You got the potential of Alexa Bliss coming back. Her coming back. Oh, and I love me some Alexa Bliss, y'all. I love me some Little Miss Bliss. Yeah, that's a hell of a entertaining there. And then, obviously Bray Brother, Taylor, aka Bo Dallas, those guys. So like, it's gonna be some interesting that going on SmackDown, man. So like I said, if all you wrestling fans out there, you got questions, man. Like I said, do not hesitate to hit that comment section and leave a thought, leave a comment that you want any one of us, not just me, any one of us, head on our channel and leave a comment, because these shows like this, the Mad Takes, we're going to be talking about every aspect of sports and entertainment. So if you see some shit, that's some crazy stuff that even Charleston White may have said, we'll break that down. But like I said, I'm a huge wrestling fan. You're going to see a lot of that on this channel, along with Falcons and NFL talk, but I'm a huge wrestling fan. But the Final Testament, that was a good one. That was definitely a good one. Was like with the Wyatt Sicks headed over to SmackDown. I like that. It's going to be those guys have more opportunities. Even the one with Corey Graves right now. Corey Graves, I don't know if I don't know if the thing with Corey Graves is a work, but he's upset at being pushed aside by Pat McAfee. Pat McAfee done pretty much came in and took his spot. I don't know. Look, at the end of the day, man, Pat McAfee is that dude. You just can't. Pat McAfee is just a hot motherfucker right now. And just to be honest, man, Pat McAfee did look, he deserves it. He deserves it. He's one of the best things smoking in sports and entertainment. Like that dude he's a natural born entertainer. That's what he is. And like at the end of the day, Corey Graves is good, but he ain't fucking Pat McAfee good. So like I said, it might be a work, but it could be a shoot. I don't know. So hopefully, even Jonathan Coachman, he got in on it. He was saying that, that Corey Graves had an issue. He need to stop crying and whining about not being taken off of a certain spot. So we'll see how that goes, man. Like I said, the Wyatt Sicks have been moved to SmackDown. Corey Graves, Jonathan Coachman kind of going at each other. And we got the potential with Charlotte, my girl Charlotte. Man, Charlotte, she coming back for torn ACL, and it's been talks about her wrestling Tiffany Stratton. Tiffany Stratus. So that's going to be, in my opinion, an interesting thing. We'll see how that goes. But I like where it's going so far with wrestling, man. Like wrestling just it's back. It's back as far as the exposure. Now it's not as big as Stone Cold and The Rock. You don't have the big time superstars as far as their personality is concerned. I think there'll never be another Rock. There'll never be another Stone Cold. But Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, all these guys are doing a wonderful job of making sure the business. And, Triple H doing a good job, too. He's doing a wonderful job. Cody Rhodes, all these guys doing a wonderful job, man. So I like where they're going. Mike, you watched Netflix documentary. I haven't yet. I haven't yet for the Netflix documentary. I'll get to it. I don't have a lot of time, at night to watch it, but I think I'm gonna check it out on the weekend. I think it might be a work. It looks like a shoot. I mean, it does look like a shoot. So I don't know. We'll figure that out. We'll see after, man. But like I said, one thing I am tired of. Oh my God, I'm so sick of CM Punk and Seth Rollins. Jesus Christ, how many? If I see CM Punk, Seth Rollins, and Drew McIntyre complain and cry about something else, good God Almighty. Damn, boy, them boys always crying about something. Seth, CM Punk, and Drew McIntyre, them in the same ring crying and taking shots at each other. Good God Almighty, it's a good old-fashioned cat fight with them. Good God, I'm tired of that. Please, and then we got to see them. It is an interesting dynamic to have those guys in the Royal Rumble together. We got Roman Reigns, who people was kind of still mad at because his heel run. Then you got Seth Rollins, who's acting like a hypocrite because he turned on Roman, and now he's getting at Roman for the change in attitude when he won who really created it. And then you got CM Punk, who came back and took a shot at everybody in the wrestling industry. Now he back, and now he getting shot from Drew McIntyre and Seth Rollins, and then you got Drew. Look, it's just a mess right now. So it's gonna be an interesting dynamic when it comes down to this Royal Rumble. I do like it as far as that is concerned, but good God Almighty, if I gotta hear Seth Rollins and CM Punk go at it again, I'm gonna lose my mind. How you feel about Penta's debut? I love. I mean, he was better. He definitely fit in. They paired him with the right guy and Chad Gable, man. Like Chad Gable is very good in the ring, and he's one of those technical wrestlers that I like. I love technical wrestlers. So see Chad Gable in that thing, man. Yeah, I love, and Penta in his gear is always good. Penta, his gear, if you just checking out AEW and it's all over the wrestling publications all over the world, his gear is always fire. A lot like Rey Mysterio. Like I said, these guys idolize Rey Mysterio as a luchador. So I love what I saw. But AEW dropped the ball on a lot of stuff. So that ain't even there. Wade Beard is better than Corey Graves right now. Yeah, like Corey just, look, he be trying so hard to be a heel. I'm like, just call it a match. I think he just tries too hard to be a heel. It just doesn't go over well with me personally. But like I said, man, I apologize for the technical issues early in the match, and thank you, Miss Maggie T, you're a lifesaver. But you guys, if you don't have any more questions, that will conclude the wrestling portion of the show. And like I said, this will continue in the off season as far as the wrestling part of Mad Mike Sports, and this is what we're going to continue to do. So if whether you on Mad Mike Sports and Mad Mike Network, we will get more into wrestling and entertainment. So like I said, do not be shy. Leave a comment in what you guys want us to speak on and give our takes on. Please leave a comment. All right. Leave a comment. be sure, trust me, we will do a better job at responding to y'all comments. I apologize for the people that leave a comment and you don't respond. I'm gonna go through all the comments, as many as I can, in the last couple of days or so, to make sure we give you guys your feedback. Rams win the Super Bowl, script is written. Man, please. I mean, to be honest, I probably love it because that'll mean that Lamar Jackson loses. So if he loses, I'll love it. So look, if the Rams just so happen to win the Super Bowl, and Lamar loses, absolutely. You damn right. I will love it. I will have a Super Bowl party, a Super Bowl losing party. Okay? I'm just playing, y'all. I don't hate Lamar, okay? I don't hate him. I just want him to improve his game and start running around like a chicken with his freaking head cut off. Run, nigga, run, nigga, run. Look, be a quarterback. Stop running, dude. You're not gonna be able to run like that your entire career. You're gonna have a short career if he keeps running like that. This year's Rumble is gonna be lit. Can't wait to when this happens. Look, I'm ready for the Rumble, y'all. I'm ready to Rumble. Like it's gonna be. Oh, another thing too that I want to kind of give a quick take on, because a lot of people too. Who was it? Oh, O'Shea Jackson Jr. had this to say, as well as Mark Henry had this to say about the great one, one of the greatest influential wrestlers in history. And Hulk Hogan, man, I don't know what the hell the WWE was thinking, but giving that dude that segment, I guess they were doing that to try to see what the temperature would be with him, but they should have known better than that. They should have known better. Should have known better to put Hulk Hogan, who is look, this dude is making no secret in how he feels about minorities, and not just black people. And basically, O'Shea Jackson Jr. came out. He did an interview. I think it's Chris Van Pelt, if I'm not mistaken. And he does a lot of interviews with wrestlers and whatnot. I think O'Shea Jackson Jr., Lil Q Jr. He said, obviously, everybody in Los Angeles was booing the living crap out of Hulk Hogan. They were booing the living shit out of him because of obviously the audio of him talking about black people, and he don't want his family, his kids to marry or get with a black girl. I think it was his son, if I'm not mistaken. He was hooking up with a black young lady, or it could have been the opposite. His daughter getting with a black dude. Anyway, Hulk Hogan had this whole rant, and the audio was leaked. And yeah. So he said a lot of stuff. Yeah, I don't know how to hear. I don't know his name. I like I said, I forget Chris Van Lay. I forgot his last name, but he had great interviews. But he was on that show, and Hulk Hogan was talking about, Hulk Hogan just has a history of just being a jackass, and a lot of wrestlers do not like him because of that. And he came out and said he was one of the people in LA who was booing Hulk Hogan. And then Mark Henry came out, and he was asked about why the WWE would bring him back, and whether or not they were surprised. And he was like, I don't know why the hell they surprised. Like, everybody, like, there's a lot of people who don't give a damn about Hulk Hogan. Everybody know he's a jackass. Everybody know he's a slick racist. Everybody know that about him. He don't deal with black people like that. He just doesn't. He does it for money. He does it for his image, but his real views on black people is been known for quite some time. So for the WWE to come out and give him that spot where he can be a partner with the organization, it just says a lot about the WWE. And depending on if they take that deal away from him, based on the fans, I don't know if they will, and legally, I don't think they can. Outside of if the money doesn't add up, if the sales don't add up, they can get themselves out of the deal based on that. But I just don't see why the WWE would even do that, man. Like I said, I don't even understand why they would even take that chance to even give Hogan opportunity like that. It just makes him look bad. Trick Williams at the Rumble. Look, man, the Rumble gonna be real good this year. Yeah, yeah. I can't wait for the Rumble. It's probably one of the most exciting Rumbles that I hope I just see my girl Alexa come back. I'm trying to see if Charlotte, she's gonna come back. Hope she comes back, but yeah, I can't wait for the Rumble, man. Whoop that trick. Yeah, can't wait for that. Yeah, the pop, that's gonna be crazy for him. Hogan almost ruined. Look, Booker T almost ruined Booker T. But yeah, man, like Hulk Hogan, he's done that. He screwed over the Undertaker. He screwed over. I think he tried to do something slick with Hogan. The Rock, like. Macho Man, like Hogan is just a jackass, man. Like he did so many despicable things, and a lot of people just don't care. But since he's such an icon and a vital part of the growth of the wrestling industry, that's why people just put up with him. So yeah, he's like I said, Hulk Hogan has done a lot of stuff. He did the Stone Cold. He done a lot of people. Dude is just a jackass. The Ultimate Warrior, him and his feud with the Ultimate Warrior. Ultimate Warrior didn't like him, but it kind of, before he passed away, he kind of buried the hatchet. But yeah, he's look, Hulk Hogan just a jackass. So I'm not surprised a lot of people even feel that way about him. Like I said, my thing is I understand why the WWE would keep him around, because obviously he's just an icon and people strive to have a career like him. But what Hulk Hogan has become is just crazy. And we'll see if the WWE would do something about that. But, we'll see. I like where wrestling is, even AEW, outside of that match with Chris Jericho. Jesus Christ, that was bad. I don't know what's going on with AEW. Mercedes Moné, a.k.a. Sasha Banks, her doing her thing over there. She got a lot of titles on top of titles on top of titles. And more power to her. But even her character just watered down at this point. It's like, look, AEW got a lot of work to do. And, they don't have the right people in the right spot, and their product is struggling because of it. They got a lot of old dudes they ain't got no business. I don't want to see Jeff Jarrett, 60-year-old ass, still in here trying to wrestle. All right, I don't know what the hell is AEW thinking, but they need to get their stuff together. They need to get their stuff together. AEW just it's horrible. It's bad. They have a few good matches here and there, and they got a few good stars over there. But a lot of the guys are just getting older, and a lot of those guys just don't want to give up that spotlight. And that's one thing about the wrestling industry. Guys like Christian, he's too damn old to be still wrestling. These guys are just they're not in any physical shape to be wrestling. Edge just need to stop. Or what they say, cope. now. Jesus Christ, that's bad. But he need to retire. These guys just don't know when to call it quits. And that right there is the thing about AEW. Some guys, they don't like to be told no, so they go to AEW so they can be told yes. And it's destroying the wrestling industry, in my opinion. And it's destroying AEW. It's the great cope. Oh my God, Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's bad. The great cope. Yeah, I hate seeing him like that. It's just bad. It's bad to me, man. You need to call it, bro. Call it a career. Like, why do we need to see Jeff Jarrett again? Man, come on, bro. We don't need to see that. And oh my God, Mox. Jesus Christ. If I see this dude do the same thing one more time, talk about motherfuckers holding him back. Holding him back for what? Bleeding? Shit. Like, we think we want to see him bleed every damn show? Like, he's so slow and like, he's so slow and mechanic now. Like, it's man, Mox is oh my God, he's bad. Mox is bad right now, y'all. Like I said, he should have look, he need to take his ass back to the WWE. Let them get back. Well, I don't think that'll happen now, especially with Roman in the bloodline. But let those guys at some point in time put these guys back together for whatever, put these guys for, for a moment, and then go that. But Mox is bad. I don't think I don't even know if he can come back up. They'll want him back right now with the bloodline, the new bloodline and the original bloodline. I don't know if there's room for him. So we'll see. We'll definitely see. But like I said, man, I love what wrestling industry is. They finally getting the notoriety. Not only on it's big on YouTube, huge on YouTube. It's huge. Even ESPN, a lot of major publications are interviewing a lot of these guys, man. And these guys are very good, stars, actors. They getting the opportunity. We seen Dave Bautista, we see The Rock, we see Stone Cold, we see so many of these guys in movies. We see these guys in the on TV shows. Like, wrestling is big right now. So for me, like I said, man, I love what wrestling is right now. Yeah, I don't know what to think about the Hurt Business. I'm gonna reserve my judgment on that. I like what they've done. Still got some things to kind of clean up, but I'll reserve judgment on that. Still a little bit too early with that. All the young AEW stars are looking at WWE and wish they were booked half as good as they are in AEW, if they're even getting booked at all. I mean, that's the thing, man. It's like, one thing I do like about the WWE and what they're doing, if they're giving these young, and I think this is where this is where it's best. That's what I love when I saw Roxanne Perez with Bailey at NXT. You talk about a fucking moment. Like, if you're a young wrestler and you get to see a Bailey who became a superstar at NXT, and then to see where she at right now, and you get in the fucking ring with Bailey, as Roxanne, bro, that gotta be a fucking dream come true. Be able to see The Rock and stand next to his daughter at NXT, be able to stand next to The Rock, be able to stand next to the great Shawn Michaels, bro, that shit got to be amazing as a young star. Like, that shit got to be amazing. So it's like, I love what the WWE doing with a lot of, they're mixing a lot of veterans with the young stars. Like I said, I love it. I fucking love it, to be honest. And AEW, if they just listen and put the right people in the position and stop listening, please stop listening to them jackasses, them Jackson boys, okay? Please stop listening to them. They are not wrestling, okay? Please stop listening to them. Please don't listen to them no more. Please stop listening to Dave Meltzer, okay? Stop listening to these people that think that and these people have agendas. Stop listening to them. Bring in the guys that matter. The Eric Bischoffs, like the guys who actually know, like bring in Jim Cornette. Like people can say what they want to say about Jim Cornette, but Jim Cornette is a fucking beast in this game. He's responsible for so many big time superstars. Like this dude know what he's doing. He know what he's talking about. Stop listening to these jackass Jackson boys. They ain't built shit. And you letting these guys have all the power in AEW. That's why the fucking product is where it is. Edge ain't built shit. Stop listening to Edge. Stop listening to Christian. Stop listening to these dudes. They ain't built shit. Bring in the Paul Heymans, the Jim Cornettes. Bring these guys in. The Eric Bischoff. These guys are built. Stop listening to these dumbass wrestlers. Stop listening to them. So it's like for me, like I said, I love wrestling. I'm catching up on a lot of the New Japan artists and whatnot. I'm still kind of catching up on that. But I love, man. We got Obafemi, like him, like that dude he's gonna be. It's a weird mix with him. It's kind of weird hearing him talk, but it kind of reminds me of Batista, to be honest. It's gonna be really explosive. It really reminds me of a young Batista. So his power, his matches and his style. But he reminds me of Batista, just super explosive and just strong. And I think WWE need a guy like that. They need more power guys in there. I'm a huge fan of wrestling and entire. So I got an appreciation for each style of wrestling, and I love what I'm saying. Yeah, they won't let JR book it though. They just want him to talk. And like I said, yeah, and the thing with JR, he's getting up there in age, but he needs to be booking. They really need to give him a complete power over there. Because JR, for you go back from WCW to WWE, he's one of the main guys over there booking and bringing in talent. So JR knows what he's doing, but when you got guys like them Jackson boys, and then you got, the owner, they want to see what they want to see instead of giving the fans what they want. They won't give the fans what they want, and that's the problem. And yeah, I saw a video of Omos, and over there in Japan, man, it's like, yeah, they love Omos. They love Omos. They love Omos over there in Japan. He doing his thing too. Yeah. I don't worry about Mike. Me personally, I don't worry about the mic too much because like you can do some things. Like Batista he really didn't talk a lot on the mic. He really didn't need to. You don't really need your power guys. If you book those guys the proper way, it's like you don't need guys to speak a lot. I mean, look, to be honest, only recently did Brock Lesnar, talk. Like they had Paul Heyman talk for him for years. So you don't need your big guys to be great on the mic. And the WWE done a wonderful job of bringing back managers. So if they continue to do things like that, put somebody, put a Zelina Vega who's good on the mic, with a guy like that. Like you don't have to have mic skills in order to be successful. So I like what the WWE doing, bringing back the managers. Like I said, there's ways you can get around that. Yeah. I forgot about Jericho booking it. Oh God. Yeah, Jericho, he just need to sit down. He done got so old and fat. Like he just looked like he just don't give a shit about life no more. It's just like he's sitting in front of a TV eating buns and like I don't know what's going on with Jericho, but I don't like what I'm seeing. A lot of ego with him. Like he just look fat and old. Like he just don't care about nothing no more. And Jade Cargill, that's another one too. I don't know if she's gonna be coming back. But I know one thing, that there's a turn coming. I don't know if it's gonna be I doubt it if it's Bianca Belair that's gonna turn. It's looking more and more like Naomi's gonna be the one that turns with Jade Cargill situation. Her getting attacked behind I think that was brilliant. So even Jay's kind of teasing the return too. If you see her, if you follow her on Instagram, she's been teasing it too. So man, yeah, Jade Cargill. Like I said, a lot of people, oh, she can't wrestle. Like, look, everybody not gonna have the same skill set. Not everybody gonna be able to be a Shawn Michaels. Not everybody can be a Bianca Belair. Not everybody can be a Bailey. Like those guys, those people are special. I just look at Jay for who she is. She's a great look. She got a great look, incredible body, and a great look. She's a powerhouse, and she's better when she got attitude. So I love what I see from Jay. Like, man, look, Jericho look fat. He just look like he don't give a shit about nothing no more. He look like he don't give a damn about nothing. But it's looking more and more like Naomi gonna be the one that turned on him. So that turned on, and rightfully so. It's about time for her to kind of change from that glow. She's been that glow. She's been that happy-go-lucky person for quite some time. It's time for her a heel turn. Yeah, that learning tree. Yeah, look, it is what it is. Like I said, I just enjoy it for what it is. So, like I said, we'll have more of these talks and come to wrestling. And like I said, if you guys continue to support Mad Mike Sports, you like more wrestling takes, this is the channel for you. Leave your comments, all right? Please leave your comments for any topic that you want us to go. So we got a live show. We got STS, Shoot the Shit, 6-man K-Style that we debuted Tuesday. Trying to figure out whether it's going to be Tuesday or Saturday. He's leaning towards Saturday. And we have Mad Takes right here on Mad Mike Sports. We're going to talk a lot of wrestling. We're going to talk about all the sports and entertainment practices, sports entertainment and what's going on. But like I said, but like I said, with this wrestling thing, and I will get my take on that Jacob 5-2. Actually, matter of fact, I'm gonna make a video on that. On Jacob 5-2 and where I think he's going or what's going to happen. That's gonna be interesting to see what happened. They kind of teasing him kind of breaking off. So I'm gonna get my takes and thoughts on that. So Truth actually got his wrestling show coming on Thursday, so y'all stay tuned for that. He's gonna do his wrestling take exclusive World of Wrestling. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what they do with Jacob, man. Him and is it Tonga Lord? No, it's one of them motherfuckers. All right, it's one of them damn Tongas. But they got so many of them. But that's gonna be interesting to see what happens. We could quite possibly see what's called back with Roman. So yeah, man, it's gonna be interesting to see what they're gonna do with the bloodline, and I can't wait. Yeah, Tonga Lord. But like I said, it's gonna be real interesting to see what they do with Jacob, Tonga Lord. I'm excited for where wrestling is right now. So like I said, if you didn't know, now you know. This has been your boy Man Mike, and like I said, I'll edit the beginning of the show. Had a little bit of technical difficulties. So I appreciate everybody for continuing support and being patient. Thank you, Maggie T, for jumping in while I have the sort out those issues. So with that being said, that's all we got to say, man. That's all I got to say. And that's being boy, man, Mike. And like I said, reffing, the off season, Falcons off season is here. And we're going to continue to put out all types of content. It does not end. Y'all know, just because the season over, AFN, Unholy Alliance, we do not stop. We keep going. And that's the bottom line because Mad Mike said so.
Put your eyes back in your head.
Got like flavor.
Pry their eyes open and force them to see the truth. We will skin the sheep and sacrifice the weak. The Unholy Alliance has arrived.